Trump now picking a fight with Russia over this nuclear treaty? It's been a very complex relationship when you look at Trump's relationship with Putin, the Congress relationship with Russia generally. Unpick this latest development for us.
Yeah, I mean, normally what we see is that the Congress applying sanctions, being really tough on Russia, Trump trying to find a way to build a relationship. Here you have his security advisor, John Bolton, going to Moscow and, independent of Congress, going and telling the Russians, we're going to pull out of this treaty. The Russians have been obviously have responded quite hard. They said it's outrageous that the U.S. should pull out of a treaty again.
Gorbachev has been talking about
absolutely it. Gorbachev, who of course signed it. This is the intermediate missiles treaty that he signed with Ronald Reagan. So on the face of it, it's a little unusual. That said, last week Putin said that accusations that the Americans have been making for a long time that Russia has been building a missile which breaches the treaty. The way that he defended that was to say, look, the treaty only says that it's the tested distance of the missile that is looked at, not the actual distance of the missile. So the US and Europeans for a long time have been saying there's a problem here.
Yeah, it sounds a lot like Dieselgate in a way. Let me draw your attention first off to OPEC Go, Mark, on the Bloomberg. I think this is important because it shows that Saudi produces 32% of OPEC's oil. Now, not only do they have great control over the marginal price of a barrel on that, but they also help to guarantee that OPEC continues to charge charged for oil in dollars, making the petrodollar the world reserve currency. The reason I bring this up in relation to Russia is that if we get too hard on the Saudis, and I don't think anyone's really actually worried that we're going to because of their importance in the oil patch, it really leaves a door open for Putin, doesn't it? He's already used that door with Syria. He's already used that door with Egypt. I mean, he's just taking all of our Middle East allies as we sort of push them off one by one.
Yes, absolutely. This is a strategy that Putin has been pressing for quite some time. It's been really quite successful. As you say, we've had the Syria campaign where he stood up for Assad, where the West was saying that he had to go because of the brutality that he inflicted on his people. And here we are. Assad is still there, and Russia has a great deal of influence in Syria. Russia has also taken Iran under its wing in a sense, and as you say, in Egypt, where you had the Arab Spring and then a coup, and the West had a great deal of difficulty understanding how to deal with that, Russia has had none and has moved in and just last week signed a number of big deals, including a $25 billion loan to build atomic energy plants. So, big changes.